What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and before we get into today's video, we are now 35 subs away from 200. Guys, we are drawing closer and closer to that goal, and as I have said in previous videos, if this channel gets to 200 subs, I will open up this Korean Strike of Neos booster box in its entirety on the channel, on the hopes to potentially pull this guy, Elemental Hero, Air, Neos. Now, if this channel gets to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description. Maybe we might pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Maybe we might pull Pot of Greed. Maybe we might pull a Monster Reborn. Who knows? However, if the channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever collector's rare, because if you guys missed out on my Genesis Impact box, yeah, you guys see it. A collector's rare Beat Cop from the Underworld. I know that it's only going for like 20 bucks right now, but to be fair, this thing is gorgeous as a collector's rare. This thing is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. So if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more new card discussion, want more card discussions in the future. Maybe you guys want WWE topic videos in the future. Maybe you guys want more deck profiles, episodes of WWE's biggest issue, episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's biggest issue. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys have not done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I'm gonna be honest. Today's video is gonna be very near and dear to my heart, because the structure deck Pulse of the King set will be coming out pretty soon, and we have, as of now, we now have the first batch of new cards that will be released in the structure deck. And I actually read the comments of, what was it, my video from Sunday, and one of you guys, shoutouts to I actually do want to give a big shout out to David Tierney. I probably butchered his name, but he commented on my video from Sunday. He goes, "Wait, what about the new Earthbounds, or are you going to talk about them later?" I even commented, I decided to reply back by saying, not to worry, I will be talking about those cards at some point this week. Yes, I am a man of my word. I know that a lot of you guys are probably curious about that. Yes, I will be talking about the new Earthbound Immortal support. Oh shit, okay. Guys, we're now 34 subs away from 200. I just found out. Literally. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So again, I will be talking about those cards at some point this week. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or if it's going to be on Sunday. But be sure to stay tuned for that video. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be absolutely wild. This one will be just as, because not only do we have a brand new Red Dragon Archfiend card, we even also have some new Resonator support as well, and I'm excited. So hopefully you guys are ready, and let's get straight into it. Kicking these off, we got Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. I don't know if the TCG is going to be called that. I don't know if it's going to be called that in the TCG. I'm assuming it will, but this is going to be very interesting. So it's an 8-star Dark Dragon Synchro with 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense, and requires a tuner and one or more non-tuner dark monsters. So definitely, decks like Dark World and Chaos based decks are definitely going to be really beneficial from this card. And it has 2 separate effects, in which the second effect is a once per turn. The first effect reads this card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while face up on the field or in the graveyard. Second effect reads, if this card is sent from the monster zone to the grave, you can special summon 1 Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck, which is treated as a Synchro summon. And if this card was sent to the grave as Synchro material for a Dark Dragon Synchro, you can destroy all opponents' attack position monsters. So not only can you... So not only are you able to pop all of your opponent's monsters on board, but I believe the ruling is that you're allowed to perform not 1 but 2 Synchro summons in a turn, which obviously excuse me. Obviously we've seen that previously, but this is a way to not only summon out Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, but it also lets you summon out either Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, or even also Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, which can stop hand traps, which is actually pretty good. So this is really, really nice. I would probably put this at 2, maybe even at 1, just because of the fact that if you're running Pot of Avarice, you can just recycle this card back into your extra deck, and you can just use its effect over and over again, no matter how many times you use it. So that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I might have to try out these new cards in my Dark World deck once we get the structure deck. So it's gonna take a little bit of time to update my Dark World deck, but I can tell you one thing right now: it is gonna be nasty. Next up, we've got Soul Resonator, which is a 3-star Fire Fiend tuner with 500 attack, 200 defense, and it says that both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card is normal or special summon, you can add a low 4 or lower fiends from your deck to your hand, except this card. And you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except Dark Synchros. Second effect reads, if a card or cards you control would be destroyed by card effect while you control Red Dragon Archfiend or a Synchro that mentions it, you can banish this card from your grave instead. So this is actually really cool because if you don't have access to get into a Snow on Light of Dark World, a Beige Vanguard of Dark World, or even like any other level 4 or lower fiend, like Dark World Fiend, you can actually use this card, Soul Resonator, to then search it out and then activate Dark World Dealings to send that monster to your graveyard to get its effect off, which is actually pretty nuts. That's actually really cool. I might have to use that. I might have to use that. But not only that, this is also a Return of the Dragon Lords, but in the form of a 3-star body, which is actually pretty decent. Not sure if it would come up in matches, but it could. It could. You never know. Next up, we've got Bone Archfiend, which is a 4-star Dark Fiend with 1,800 attack and 0 defense, similar to Mad Archfiend, but I think this one's going to be a little bit better than Mad Archfiend. So both of its effects are once per turn, and the first effect reads, if this card is in your hand or grave, you can send one other card from your hand or field to the grave, special summon this card, and you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Dark Dragon Synchros. Second effect reads, you can target one face-up monster you control, send a Fiend tuner from your hand or deck to the grave, and if you do, increase or decrease that target's level by 1. So this will be a really good way to help ensure that you're able to go into any of your Red Dragon Archfiend plays depending on what you want to summon. If you want to summon Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, then it can basically then you can increase its level to 1 by 1, and you would be able to go into Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend depending on what your board looks like. If you have a 4-star and a 3-star, obviously that's a 7-star synchro. But by sending a Fiend Tuner from your hand or deck to your graveyard, which sort of acts as like a Foolish Burial, you can increase the level 4-star monster's level from 4 to 5, or the tuner from 3 to 4, and you instantly have yourself a synchro play, which is pretty good. The only downside is that depending on what the board looks like, even though the first effect is an if effect, it can still miss timing. So do I recommend playing this card? No. On me personally, no. I honestly don't. Now, as far as the reprints go, I'll be talking about those in just a bit. But there are a few other cards that I do want to talk about, and the first one is actually one that I'm actually tempted to use. Excuse me, in my Dark World deck, which is known as Vision Resonator, which is a 2-star Dark Fiend Tuner with 400 attack and defense, and the first effect is a once per turn. Both of its effects are once per turn. I don't know why they worded it weird. They worded it saying you can only special summon with the first effect once per turn, and the second effect can be used once per turn. I don't know why they worded it that way. I don't know. That I think I'm the only person that might be weirded out by that. But with that being said, the first effect reads: if there is a level 5 or higher dark monster on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's funny because you can actually, because I believe Red Rising Dragon is a dark, and if you have it on board, you can go Crimson Resonator's effect, special summon it in defense, activate Dark World Dealings, pitch, pitch Beige to your graveyard. Beige's effect would trigger. You would be able to special summon Beige from your graveyard, and then synchro into a red Rising Dragon, and then its effect would trigger. You would be able to resummon Crimson Resonator, trigger its effect, summon out any two Resonator Tuner monsters to your board from your deck, and then activate Vision, and then activate Vision's effect, special summon it, and you basically have a way to go into Red Supernova Dragon that way, which is actually pretty fucking nasty. It's pretty nasty. The second effect reads: if this card is sent to the grave, you can add a spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from your deck to your hand. So the funny thing is that with my Dark World deck, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use any of the Red Dragon spell or traps. I'm not so sure. Maybe this one trap card, but I might end up having to use it as a one-of. And the card is called Red Zone, which I'll talk about here in a second. But Vision Resonator is actually pretty decent. I would probably put this at 2. Then again, I might end up having to put this at 1, only because of the fact that my Resonator package has 2 Crimson, 2 Dark, 1 Red Resonator, and then a Synchron Resonator. That's my Resonator package. Plus, I've got 2 Resonator Call and Resonator Engine, which are not only are they searchers, but they're also card recyclers, I guess you could say. So, still, I might run this trap card as a one-of, but Red Zone is a continuous trap that has 2 separate effects. both of which are once per turn. Excuse me. The first effect reads, you can only use the first effect reads, excuse me, when your opponent activates a card or effect, if you control a Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro that mentions it, you can target a card on the field, destroy it. Second effect reads, you can target one of your banished Dark Dragon Synchros, special summon it. So not only is this a sort of like a trap hole MST like effect, but you also have a DDR in the form of a continuous trap. So this is actually kind of cool. I might have to put this at 1. I'll have to look at my Dark World deck and see what I can come up with. I don't know when I'll be doing the deck profile, but I know that once the structure deck comes out for us in the TCG, if it does, I am definitely going to be doing a deck profile on my update on that Dark World deck. So get ready. So get ready for that one. Get ready for that one. So next up we have Everyone's King Human. I believe is how it's pronounced. Next up we have Everyone's King, which is a human, and it has 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense. No, it's basically one of those token cards, basically, but instead of it being a token, it's actually a vanilla monster, which is kind of funny. And the flavor text of Everyone's King reads, though he was a foolish king that threw away his hometown and friends, his damaged heart was saved by a truly caring heart. The man who has chosen to live according to his destiny will surely one day become a true king that will save the world and be beloved by all, granting happiness to everyone. I actually like that flavor text. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. I actually like that one. That was pretty cool. So as far as the reprints go, you've got Red Resonator, which I believe that's the one that gives you a double summon, which is actually pretty cool. Then you've got Red Sprinter, Red Warg, Wandering King Wildwind, which we have not, in which it's very rare that you would ever see new cards from Duelist Saga get reprinted. It's so rare. This is one of them, so that's pretty cool. Phantom King Hydride, Magical King Moonstar, that's a bit of an odd reprint. Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode, that one, maybe I might pull off an Assault Mode deck. Who knows? Who knows? Assault Beast, Resonator Engine, Assault Mode Activate, Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, and as far as the other reprints go, we have Dark Resonator, Creation Resonator, Synchron Resonator, Vice Dragon, Battle Fader, which is going to be an awesome reprint, Resonator Call, and Powerful Rebirth. And I believe and there's also this pack that the OCG has in their structure decks. It's kind of like a bonus pack, but for us in the TCG, we are going to be guaranteed these cards. So we have Red Dragon the original Red Dragon Archfiend, and we've got Red Nova Dragon as well. I'm gonna be honest, looking at these effects, these are absolutely insane. Not only do you have brand new tuner monsters that can work well with a deck like such as Dark World, but if you were to build a pure Jack Atlas like Red Dragon Archfiend deck, it has the makings of a potential like meta deck. Dark World on the other hand, with these new tuners and the new synchros that are coming out, you have the makings of a very dangerous deck. I'm gonna have to test it out once we get the new cards here in the TCG. I'm definitely gonna be testing them out. But that brings me to the question of the day, which is this: which is this. What other cards do you guys want to see get reprinted in this structured deck? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. If you guys want to send me fan mail, all the info will be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.